What's good, Vaughn? What's good, man?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Yeah, we back at it. New year, first show of the year. Dude, cast. You know what I mean?
Dude, Cass.
Just the dudes. You feel me? Yo, how was your New Year's? How was your holidays?
Everything good, man. Everything's good.
Okay, okay,
Ah,
okay.
yeah.
Good.
You know me. I
You doing
keep I
anything
keep
special?
it quiet. Now I keep
Right,
it
right.
quiet, man.
Yeah,
I ain't
same
go
here,
out too
same here.
much.
Right. Not really do much. That was me in the house. Uh, Visited some fam. Nothing much, just a cool, easy breezy type of took some time off from work to just let my hair down. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let your hair on my pillow.
I,
Lay it
I was
down.
out in that stupid. Yeah. I was out in that weather though
Yeah,
when it
what?
snowed and all that.
Right. Did you see
I
this
was
last one? The I think it was what 2 days ago with this real early in the morning, but it was like heavy wind and snow. It was called
it felt like a tornado. It felt
called
like a
some
cold ass tornado.
right. That was crazy, bro. I was like, what is going
All
on?
right. Yeah, I
Um,
wasn't feeling that.
yeah. This weather, and it's like chances of snow and rain like every day.
Hmm.
So as long as we don't get too much, I'm cool. I don't want to do any shoveling or anything like that. So,
Man, I wish you would just quit. I want a warm winter. I need
man,
one of
listen,
those early 2000
right?
winters
I
when it
mean,
wasn't.
it just don't get cold.
Yeah.
No snow. What else is up? Anything? What anything this week you heard of?
Nah, man. I've been
Anything going on over the break that we missed that we didn't talk about?
not that I seen, man. Not that I could think of. I know it's something, but right now my brain on mush, so I can't think of anything.
Excuse me.
Microsoft
Um,
Edge.
I did see a couple things where there seems like there's a couple. I know one in Texas, possibly one in New York. We got Serial, um, Serial
Oh
Unalivers out.
yeah, yeah.
So
I did see that.
first thing I would say in 2026, be aware of your surroundings. You
Hmm.
know, definitely be aware
Yeah.
of your surroundings. Um, it's crazy out there. I would say everybody, if take a self defense class. Um,
Hmm.
have some code words for your family so that if people are in trouble and they call you, they can say something like, "Yo, make sure you get the apple pie," and you'll know that means I need help. Whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. Um, some of these things could be really, you'd rather have them and not use them than not
Right.
have them and need them. Um,
Correct.
so yeah,
Correct.
it just definitely seems like with it's definitely the wild wild west out there. So I say let's protect ourselves as much as possible. What's up, Lee? What's going on?
What's happening?
Ain't nothing much. Why you ain't on camera, Lee?
I'm busy right now.
Nah, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's this new 2026. Everything is new. You should be up and running. You should be on camera now. But we're gonna let that go for now. You feel me? But next week and thereafter, you feel me? Dimples, the one dimple assassin showing. You heard? But how was your break? How was your holiday? How was everything?
Everything was good. Spent time with the family.
Word.
Saw people.
Right, right, right.
Um, but I worked through most of it. I'm not happy about that.
That's tough. That's tough. When you have to work like Rihanna. Uh, whack, 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 whack. How about you? Anything this week you heard about? Anything that you know what I'm saying that you kind of heard about
Nothing
that you would
sticks
talk
out.
about? Nothing sticks out. Word. It was I
Your
mean like South.
boy,
Red.
the Anthony Joshua got in that accident in Nigeria.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That
That
was
was crazy.
crazy. I saw. Did you see that that SUV?
Yeah.
I don't even know how he survived that.
Well, it's because from what I've learned is that since he was sitting behind the driver, I believe they hit on the passenger side. That's why both passengers, front and back, died. The driver and Anthony Joshua were able to survive. I don't know to what extent, if there's any injuries. Someone said that he looked crazy, like when they were trying to get him out the car.
Yeah, I saw that. He looked wild.
Right.
He was so big.
Right. That's what they said. He was, and just think about it. You got one of the highest points of your life. You won more money than ever before. And this happens, and it just goes to show like money can't buy you another second. Well, it can't buy you another second on this earth. Money can buy you love for the night, or you can even rent love for money. So, I mean, it's okay. But you really have to make sure you hug your loved ones. That goodbye when you walk out the door could really be your last goodbye. And we need to be more intentional about how we speak to people, right? Because we do take things for granted. We, we act or we assume that we will be able to see you later. And we may not, so I think we need to be a little bit more intentional about how we correspond with people that we care about, things of that nature, So, like I said, it was, but it was a good time. It was good 2 weeks. Prayers out to them though. Shout out to Anthony Joshua. Prayers to them, and it's like the highest highs. Now you have the lowest lows. I think one guy was his best friend or something. Yeah. So.
Well, they both was like his closest friends, but one of them was like the guy from when he started out, his trainer, like his very best friend, and that's wild.
That's tough. You gotta like I said, life is short and could be, we don't understand. We could be gone anytime. So 2026, let's be intentional, right? Let's move intentional. Let's mean what we say what we mean. And don't put up with no nonsense. That's the biggest thing, not to put up with any nonsense. We don't have to be around anyone. We don't have to do anything. If somebody's getting on your nerves or doing things that you don't like, guess what you can do? Get them away from you.
Fast.
Easy, So I wrote that. I just seen something. I just posted it, and the woman asked, "Why do men want a woman when they're missing teeth, they have erectile dysfunction, and don't have cars, and have a roommate? Why do men want a woman when they are missing teeth, have erectile dysfunction, don't have a car, and have a roommate?" How do you respond to that, Vaughn?
Who is she dating? Who is she dating? And yeah, she needs to change who she get out the nursing home. Like that just sounds like niggas in the nursing home, don't it?
Plus community, hilarious. Leanne, what do you think about that? What advice would you give her?
Yeah, change her dating pool.
Right.
Well, see, again, I hear what you guys are saying, but what I believe is she can't change her dating pool. I think her dating pool is what it is. You feel me? It is kind of what it is. Hence the reason she's in the situation she's in.
She catch and release. Catch and release. If it don't fit, throw it back.
Hilarious. Yeah, that's insane. But I said the same thing. Same thing I said, like, yo, why are these people coming? This is what you attract.
Mm-hmm.
If this is what you attract, that's on you. You ask yourself, why they want you. I don't know any women out there. You feel me?
She need to change her bait, right? What kind of bait you putting out there?
I don't know who got erectile women who coochie don't get wet, or I mean, and I'm not mad at a woman having a roommate. That ain't end of the world. You know what I mean? But you know, that was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy. I wonder. It's one thing I want to play for Leanne. You getting up to speed over there, Leanne?
Yep.
Hey, Leanne, you need to pay attention. This is about to be up for you. I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna see if I can play something real fast.
I said, yep.
Hold on.
If you're playing something, I can't hear it.
Can't hear it? Oh, y'all can hear it?
Nope.
Okay, well, go, Leanne. I tried it. I'm gonna send this to you, Leanne. See if we can play it. All right, I'll play something, Leanne. Thank you for telling me, because I thought I could hear it fine over here. I don't know why I wasn't playing this. Terrible. All right, I send it to you, Lance. When you're ready, you can do that, John. If you can, hopefully you can do it. All right, what you got for us?
Walking me down the aisle. That is a hold on. He wasn't there. I'm sorry. If you don't raise your kids and you're not there, you sorry. You sorry. You a sorry. That's what you are. You understand? So if you are not there and you don't, and you got a relationship 2 or 3 years ago, cool. He should be a part of it. He should be there. But I think if you were so set in wanting him to walk you down the aisle, cool. Let that be your choice. Sit in it, be comfortable with it, and be okay with your mama not being there. That it is what it is. Like, we're making a whole bunch of excuses. You're an adult. You're getting married.
Hey, it keeps freezing, Leanne.
You want your dad walk you down the aisle? Let him do it. But it's to the expense of your mother not being there. She's entitled to her feelings. She's entitled to being hurt after she done moved mountains and did X, Y, and Z for you.
All right, we can stop this one.
Period.
The father said the same thing.
Well,
what mountains did he move? He wasn't there.
You don't know why he wasn't there.
I think the mother everybody don't entitled. We don't need
still.
Yeah, what are you thinking, Vaughn?
I'm like the boy.
You get the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Leanne? I didn't hear what you say, Leanne. What you say?
You get the gist of the video, right?
Yeah. And I think if you're doing a couple things, I think it was slowing it down. It kept pausing. Like, it was choppy. So maybe because I don't know.
But I'm working off of my phone Wi-Fi.
Oh, you don't got your Wi-Fi yet. Okay.
No.
Cool. Hey, Vaughn, yeah, what you saying, Vaughn?
I 100% agree with what the boss said. Like, why wasn't the dad around? And the girl,
what had happened in the video, Vaughn?
So in the video, the mom was upset and told her daughter she's not going to be there at the wedding if she has the dad walk her down the aisle.
Right.
So the girl was talking was saying, after she moved mountains, but so forth and so on, she's entitled to feel that way. And like the dude said, he was like, well, why wasn't the dad there? For all you know, could have been a beef between him and the mom, or the mom could have been difficult. That's where he was going with it. and it's your daughter's wedding. You're not the mom's not walking her down the aisle. Like, that's the dumbest, stupid. So why would you be mad if the dad walk her down the aisle?
Again, I think you could be upset, but it's not your day. It's not your circus.
It's not.
So you just play your role, right? Understand it's for your daughter. Whatever issues you have with him leaving you or not being there for you, if she's like, yo, I want him to walk me down the aisle, it's her day. Guess what's going to happen? You should let him walk you down the aisle. You being petty like that, trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but you ultimately end up hurting you and your daughter's relationship. Right? You could really because if you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be there. And now you are talking about not being there due to some outside forces. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
You know, going that to me is wild. It doesn't make much sense to me. It seems very petty, and like I said, you're almost punishing your daughter. Like, well, if you're gonna do that, I ain't coming. And I would be like, okay, yeah, see you later.
She won't be there.
Right. You'll miss my big day on you. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's upsetting. I don't necessarily that was easy. Come on, Leanne, give us something more. Throw something at us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm cool. I wonder why the mom even thought that might kind of tell you why the dad wasn't there. That kind of give you a hint right there.
It's funny. I posted something on TikTok a while ago where a girl was saying that a body count shouldn't matter, men shouldn't worry about it. And I got a lot of interesting responses. A lot of people shared their body count. And again, I don't know if they're telling the truth or not, but a lot of people were like in 3, and I had 2, I had 4. I've been married who shared, which was very interesting to see a lot of people being like, "Nah, we don't." Oh no, yeah, she said 30 wasn't nothing.
That's disgusting.
Like, if you didn't have 30, you ain't live.
She said what?
She was like, basically, you ain't really lived if you ain't had 30.
Oh, her box is a petri dish.
I don't know.
That's a lot of people shooting in that club. That's a lot of people shooting in that club. That's
okay. So here it is. Is it much different? And I'm asking the question: if say she had 30 bodies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or she messed with 3 guys who in totality had 500 girls between them.
Yeah, that's nasty too.
Right. So is her box being used by these 3 guys?
The difference is they could have put on a condom, and there's nothing going into them.
So, but if you put a condom on, nothing's really, it's going in her, but it's really a pseudo. If she's not feeling anything, there's nothing to exchange.
But
so I guess she would receive the same protection.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, even if we did the a lot of times some people say the cup of water thing where they'll be like, take a cup of water, everybody put their hand in there, but if you had a glove on or some type of protection, put your hand in there, then
still wouldn't drink it. Right.
I'm just saying, there's a little less it's not really contaminated. Mentally we could feel that way. But so I wonder if it's how much difference is that? I mean, because she only had in reality 3 people, but and things that they shared, which they said we pass on everything to each other. Would that mean it's her?
She 1,500.
You know what I mean? It's her body, not necessarily her body count, but the transference of all that energy and
is in her, right?
Is in her, right? I wonder how that plays, because we don't ever think about that.
Well, remember remember the thing I put up before with the doctor where he said, like, when he releases into a woman, it goes into her bones. it literally, her body absorbs that into her bones. So it's there for a while. So
Right.
that's different.
That's crazy. I don't know how. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? I don't know how
so her DNA, let's say she get pregnant by somebody else, is that guy's DNA in there too?
Yeah, here we go. All right, let's see what we have here.
And I just like young women. How many women you think I could pull that's 22 years old that's ready to be a wife?
It's a difference between being a good man and a good husband, because you can be a good man.
See, y'all just pick and y'all just nip and nip and nip. Y'all just try to find logic in y'all bullshit.
Let me ask you this though.
Come
Let
on,
me ask
man.
you this, because you said you like young women. You said how many 22-year-olds do you think you can pull? So do you think it's possible that you still have that same mentality that you're gonna find you somebody who you take care of and she's supposed to do what the fuck you say? Because
No, I'm in a different mind state now. But I still like young women.
Why?
So a lot of
that's what I like.
Because are they more? Would you say
You
they're
saying
more
like 25 years
easier than
old, OG man?
He said 22.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
I like young.
between a 22-year-old and a woman that's your age? Why do you like the 22-year-olds better?
Because I can't teach her nothing.
Or is it a control?
He's so
control.
It is not got nothing to do with control. I can't take you nowhere. Ain't no. If
you teaching a 22-year-old is control.
Hold on, baby. Let me break this down to you. If you are a fine 45-year-old, chances are you've been fine your whole life, right? Mm-hmm. Chances are men have been taking you places all the time. You ain't nothing you ain't seen. So when I meet your 45 bad your ass and try to take you somewhere, you done already been. I can't take you to Cabo. I can't take you to Mexico. I can't take you to Miami. I can't take you to a steakhouse because you 45. You done been there already. It ain't nothing I can do for you. Cannot make me feel good about doing nothing for you because you done done it already. That's why you old and you fucking used, and I don't want you.
Your men
and I just like young women. How many women you think I can pull? That
I guess we got to the bottom of that, didn't we?
Real quick.
I guess he tried to beat around the bush, and then eventually he just.
You trying to find logic in your bullshit. He got me.
You old and you washed up.
You washed up.
It's crazy. But and I know I had some debates in the room about it, and it seemed like, hit dogs holler. A lot of women just were automatically kind of how we ended the year, where people get defensive when you say a certain thing, so you can't really even delve into the argument, right? We can't have a conversation about it because you're triggered by young girl, old women. So any woman who assumes old is her automatically has a problem with that, right? And I for me, I say you like what you like, right? As long as it's legal, as long as no one's being hurt, you like what you like. 22 and 40 seem those numbers are a bit off for me. I would say for me, I would say the range of 10 to 12 years is the most. Do you have a range, Vaughn? Like, you think the range would be?
I know I can't 35. I can't deal with nobody under 35.
Okay.
No, I couldn't.
Okay.
Now that I'm in that silverback age, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can't do it.
Leanne, what about you? Your range, dating range.
Up or down?
Either way. Just what is your what is
my
the
range
gap?
Up is 5 to 10.
It's 5 to 10.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My range down is 5.
Okay. Which makes sense for a woman, right? I think a woman's number should be a little different than a man's number. Like I said, mine would be 10 to 12. 12 being the max. You know, that would have to be real dope in all type of ways.
Yeah,
but
they get real different when you go down.
Yeah, and then, you know, I don't want to be so far ahead of somebody that, you know, you be up out of here and they, you know, they have a lot of life left, and that's on them. So that's kind of unfair. And nor do I want to be visiting Chuck E. Cheese with anybody either. You know what I mean? So you gotta figure it out. But I what he said, I don't like some of the things that said, how he addressed it, but I feel like he has his standards, which are fine, right? He knows what he wants, and he shouldn't have been. It's kind of like they was almost shaming him for what he liked. Hence the question, they kept pressing him on why. Well, like you said, 1.6, because I do.
Right. And he said, you know, I can't teach you nothing, or like when he was breaking it down. Oh, they said it was control. That's what it was. They said you want it for control. He's like, no, it's not control. So, yeah.
I don't necessarily agree. I think we can teach at any age. And I think in sharing, like if I've been somewhere before, they've been somewhere before, when we go, it could be a lot different. I don't agree that you can't. It seemed like he wants to take someone there somewhere and be where they're like super like, oh my God, I never did this before. Maybe that's what he wanted. I'm not sure. But I don't agree. I think you can go somewhere with somebody and still have a great time, even if they've been there before, right? Because it's about what you guys bring to the table. Now, what I think what I would have said maybe would be, you know, it depends on what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for kids, then a woman that's 40 isn't what I'm looking for.
Right.
If I'm looking to have more,
he said marriage. He said marriage. He said
you can marry a 40-year-old. You know what I mean? You could. But I would say if I'm marrying a 40-year-old and wanting 3 kids, then that wouldn't be probable. That wouldn't be something that
relationship PTSD gonna be there, possibly. Like he said, and you know,
that's real.
That's
real.
That's the part you got to deal with. So,
right, and that definitely could be there. And I was just talking about that. Who was I talking to? Oh, I was talking to some young guys, and they were asking like, "Yo, what advice would you give?" And and I'm like, "Yo, why you young? Find somebody now before all the baggage piles up." You know, on both ends, because the more baggage could present as issues in you getting into a relationship later, right? So you might as well make your baggage together. You know, let's pack these bags up together, as opposed to, like you said, you're 40, I'm 40. We had a whole bunch of years of nonsense, and now we done made it even tougher to be together. You know, like you said, that relationship PTSD is real.
It's very real. Yep.
You can become jaded. You know, out in these streets is terrible. Right? The streets are terrible.
Successful out here.
Yes, it's just a whole bunch of hurt people who don't want to commit to anything. They're afraid. You know, it's not even, I think they inadvertently hurt people. I think people just don't want to commit. They're afraid. I'm not going to let you get me. I'm not going to let you do what the last person did to me. You know, that's not going to happen. So you're going to continue to hold back. Everybody, somebody want to be in a relationship, but nobody want to give anything because they're afraid that, you know, somehow
they're not willing to risk it.
Right, not at all.
Damn.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
And that was a good one.
Well, I was looking at one, and I think Ruth put it in a group. She said, "Ladies, what would you do if a man asked you on a date and when you got there, he told you not to exceed a certain dollar amount?"
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay. It's better if he picked a place he could afford. He didn't say he couldn't afford it. Women already assuming, or at least mention the limit before she arrived. She might have picked a cheaper place. No, that's not what we're doing. See, there we go. He told you what it was. We're here. Hey, this is what you got. You should say thank you.
And keep it
Eat.
pushing.
The one don't say eat. Thank you for dinner. Wow. Oh, I forgot that part. Respect his request. Respect his request. Enjoy the meal and thank him. Just think in advance notice. I just think in advance notice would be more tactful on his part. No. Did you say before, like, hey, look, I'm not going to give you any sex tonight. Just letting you know.
Oh.
Just saying, I just want to let you know. You know what I mean? I know we're going out, and I'm just not feeling it tonight. So we're not going to have sex tonight. Is that something we're doing?
Yeah.
I'm confused. Like the request that some people have are so one-sided sometimes. It's crazy. Like we don't
Most of the time.
we don't think it's very one-sided. You know, why would he say anything about the limit? We're going on a date. When we get there, we kind of are now going to set the boundaries, right?
Yeah, set boundaries early.
And listen, when I set the boundaries, if you don't like the dinner amount, you can get up and leave. You're not a hostage. I'm not forcing you to have dinner. You can go or go in your pocket and pay for what you want to pay for. Like, it's really easy. And that goes both ways, even if it's, the other way.
I wonder what
grab on.
I wonder if she would get offended. Like, if you tell a woman, most women, you tell them, hey, this is the limit or whatever. Let's say it's $100.
Okay.
If she had to go in her purse to put in another $20 because she wanted to get, or let's say $30, or she wanted to get what she wanted, would she be offended and upset for having to do that?
I think that's why you got to watch who you're going out with. Because I think I haven't had too many experiences where, excuse me, where women were like, thank you, where women were like buttholes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've met pretty, solid women where, they always offer to pay or pay the tip. They always grab their purse. Because that's something I look at. I mean, there was a couple times when a person just sat back and didn't try to even perpetrate they're going to help. Mm-hmm. And, I left them alone, kind of like they're the type of person that, I want around me. So I really haven't had those experiences. Women have been pretty cool for the most part. Mm. What you got for us, Leanne?
Right.
Oh, this is so great.
This tastes fishy.
Oh, wrong cucumber.
Yo.
I missed it. Play it again. Play it again. I missed it. It was funny, Vaughn. What was it?
She gotta play it again. I can't even.
Uh-oh. Answer that phone, your internet off.
So great.
This tastes fishy.
Oh, wrong cucumber.
See, and this just goes to how freaky deaky women are. They're having relations with vegetables. Leanne, how real is this? Is that the real thing?
Depending on the woman you ask.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I mean? Is this?
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Is this what they're doing?
Yeah.
When's the last time you had sex with a vegetable?
Jesus Christ.
I don't play them type of games.
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
I don't play them type of games. I just go rent a real one.
Jesus Christ.
God dang. Whoa.
You're right.
That's not. But you know what? It's funny. We were talking about this today because you've seen Tyler Perry has another accuser of SA. Will Smith just had an accuser of SA, and both men. Will Smith was allegedly SA'd a man. I think it was a violent. Yeah, violent. Right.
That's messed up.
But it's like, so Tyler Perry, the second guy, and they all denied it, but he was in like the movie Boo. He was like frat boy number 7 on the script. So he wasn't even a main character, some rando. And it's like, at that point, at that level, you can't have a relationship. You can't have a relationship. When you're that up and you meet somebody, you can't even think you're going to have a real relationship with somebody, I feel. So you'd be better just going to buy it.
You got to keep the papers. You got to keep them papers. And when I got into the entertainment industry, my grandfather was like, you have to get these papers. And you have people sign papers, not non-disclosures, but hey, this is what we doing or blah, blah, blah. And he got that from Chuck Berry. Because
but you understand that doesn't work today, Vaughn, because people are saying I signed it under duress.
So if you're saying
you're saying
that's why you can video it, but you can do video contract. And the video contract, so a video contract.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Andre.
So either way, if you say like there's no way that anything that is signed from this point forward in any capacity with anything, they're gonna you can say you signed your phone bill under duress. You can say anything. If that's the case.
You can. Right? But with SA, it's different, right? Because a powerful person, you felt like I'm not going to get the part if I don't do this, if I don't sign this. I felt pressure to do this. You're going to win that every time. And this is why you can't, in that role, mess with anybody, especially somebody that's an underling, someone that's actually working for
underling, right?
There's no way for that to work.
Understood, 100%.
There's no way for it to work. So I don't understand why somebody like, and I'm not saying like
but didn't his happen years ago though? His was years ago.
2019. Yeah. So
the
second one was 2019. I can't remember the first one, but the second one said he came out because of the first one.
So Tyler Perry got 3. The black dude didn't. The first one, the light skin boy that be and everything, he didn't file charges on him.
Right.
But he played, he had the tapes and all of that stuff of him doing blah, blah, blah. So, and then the other boy was after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You are right. You are right. Because like I said, I work with models. I won't be in a room with a woman with the door closed. Like there's always a third person or the door is open. Like you can see me. I'm standing in front of the window. No.
Hey, forget a third person. The door got to be open. I got to be standing at the door because they'll be like they both did it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're up. That's why, somebody like, if you have money, it's very difficult today because with everything going on, someone comes in and you feel like everything is good. You do what you do, and then the next day I felt like he was going to, and that's what I felt like I thought he would, and that's all you have to really say or do to get these. And you can have a whole law, right? And that can be serious, contingent upon who believes or who you're in front of.
Right. And it's crazy because they didn't go after filing charges. So that's why I believe the one bull. When the first bull said it, I'm like, he waited 20 years. He said he didn't even file a lawsuit or nothing.
But he didn't say his name, right? He just said the first guy. Yeah, he just said somebody in the industry that's high power. He never said his name. They think
they put it together.
They put it together and said we think it's Tyler because he was in Tyler Perry's movies and yada 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 yada. I think Christian Coleman, I think his name was
Christian Coleman. Yeah,
I think if I'm not mistaken. But then the second guy who came out, who was on the show,
white dude.
He was on one of the.
Yeah,
he was on there for 4 years. He made $400,000 his last season, and felt like he blew the money. And now he's like, he probably came to Tyler like, "Hey, can you help me out?" He was like, "No."
yeah.
He was like, "Okay, what I do?"
And he said he was supposed to set him up with his own show.
Right. And that's what happens, you know. So yeah, in those positions where you have money, you gotta be careful because anybody you mess with, you're a possible lick. You know, they're looking for a quick come up. So it's interesting, yeah. So I'm glad I don't have money because I don't have those problems. Being poor has
right. Nobody want to talk to me.
What you gonna sue me for? I don't got nothing.
Right.
So yeah, what you got for us? What's this?
I'm going to read this. Trigger warning. She says, I saw this ignorant trend online. Here's my take. Many women invest heavily in attraction during courtship, then shift to comfort once commitment arrives. When a man encourages help or effort, it's often mislabeled as criticism instead of care. The post-divorce glow-up isn't magic. It's just a return of discipline that's faded when accountability was replaced with complacency. They don't want to admit they just got lazy because blaming the man is easier. I agree with this totally. A lot of women glow up in a relationship, but if they had taken the same thought process during the relationship, they probably would still be in that particular relationship. So you get lazy and you take him for granted and you water him down, which then leads to disrespect. And once a man doesn't feel respected, you don't have a man anymore. So ladies, the divorce glow up isn't aesthetic. It's biological. It'll do money.
You put me on child support, that is you telling me.
I mean, that could be true in some relationships, right? The man could get lazy as well. You know, relationships are constant work, and there's no room for laziness in a relationship. And I think if you do become lazy, then you do become
you get demoted, you get benched.
Yeah,
you get benched.
You become single. That's what I.
Yep.
That's what I see. So that's interesting. Like, I don't like when people talk that way because it's too direct and it doesn't it's not all relationships, and I don't think it's most. But I do think a lot of times people do get lazy in their relationships at a certain point. And it's how do you adjust? How does your partner say, "Hey, listen"? Go ahead.
You know they're getting lazy because you'll see a woman, she be in a relationship. When she gets out of that relationship, she flips the whole script. And I've seen it so many times. She becomes exactly what he was talking about. She loses weight. She back in getting her face. You know, she back on her square again because she wants to be attractive to. She out there fishing, so she wants to be attractive again. So the same exact thing, and men too. I guess when people leave relationships, they turn back into the person that the person was complaining that they stopped being.
I think you may have some motivation to do things when
being in a relationship ain't motivation to keep. You know, what's the motivation to keep the relationship?
Motivation is different. It's different motivations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If let's say when you're single, you have more time than when you're in a relationship. So that time you were spending with them, now you could go to the gym. Right? I mean, it's real. Like sometimes that energy that you're putting in the gym is only because you're mad at them. You know what I mean? And usually you'll see those people they'll maybe do something on the outside. Inside, they're the same person. So the next relationship, the same thing happens again.
Right.
And then that's where we talk about that relationship PTSD. You didn't change anything, but maybe got a little tighter.
Right.
But
you just changed.
The problem is your thought process.
Still the same.
Still the same. While you're still back out there in another 6 months, 7 months, a year, you're right back out there again in the gym. So we know every time in the gym we see you in the gym, you just broke up with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? We know when we see you naked on Facebook again, you just broke up with somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're putting the worm back on the hook. So I think sometimes, and that's why it's not like a real thing when you're doing it out of, because this relationship didn't work. Because like I said, if you were in the gym, you'd have been in the gym. If you were doing the stuff, you'd have found a way to do it in the relationship. But I think we got to help our partners too. Say, hey, you're not doing the thing you did. You're not doing what you did in the beginning. So we got to keep both sides on some type of be consistent. Like, hey, babe, you haven't played in my hair in a while. Whatever it is, right, Leanne?
Absolutely. Speak up.
And that's really what it is. We can't. And the problem is, while that stuff is going on, you're sitting there every day mad because they're not doing something or things have changed. And instead of saying something, you're eating it. And then now 6 months into it or 3 months into it, now you're really upset. Now it's over. Only because if you'd have spoke up, it could have changed, or you could have fixed it, or found some type of workaround to get things back to the way they were. Right, Leanne?
Exactly.
Yeah, we gotta get this together. I think. Gotta get it together.
Gotta get on the same page.
Or leave.
That too. That's my motto.
Leanne is not staying at all. We got to work on that, Leanne. You can't just leave, right? That's not always the best course of action. Okay, you got it, Leanne. What are you playing over there? Okay, that's what I heard. Great. Okay, what we have here?
You press a button that gave you $1 million, but every time you press that button, a stranger died.
Man, I have my whole neighborhood looking like this. But you stupid. You stupid. If you even asking something like this, you know damn well we taking the money. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing. Stop playing. Stop playing before y'all get going. For those innocent people, guess what? I don't care.
You press a button that gave you.
Yeah, that's tough. You know what I mean? It's all fun and games until it'd be my, it'd be somebody real close. You know what I mean? Then that money don't mean nothing. That's blood money.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's not. I could only do it once, maybe twice.
I know who would need to go.
But you can't pick. That's the problem. Hold on one second. Y'all talk.
You know what?
I know a few people that would definitely go immediately. No, I'm good.
If you push the button.
If I could pick,
and you could pick who goes. Yeah, I gotta listen.
I'll be up by the end of the hour. We're not even gonna wait till the end of the week. I'll be up. I can't act. He said he had a whole hood looking like Thriller. That's bad. That's bad. Damn.
Okay, I just thought about it. I had to go pray about it. I could do it 4 times.
See, I'm
4 times.
I'm around the same. That's what I just said.
Oh, you did?
By the end of the hour.
Yeah, 4 times. I would knock it out, and at that point, it's up to God, because I'm just pushing a button, and God is picking whose time is up. You know what I mean? So it's not even me. So I didn't even do anything. That's how I look at it. So I would definitely take that. And I would do, like I said, I would do no more than 5 times. That would be my tops. I was
Oh my God.
5, because $1 million, right? So that'd be 5 million tax free. I wouldn't even worry about it. Like I would do 5 and I would be done. You know what I mean? Because it's only 6 people, right? Who cares if 6 people die every day, B? So 7 people died. You know, I would try.
He went from 3 to a basketball team.
Well, since you said basketball team, that'd be 10. So I would say 10 would be my limit until I ran out. Until I ran out of money, then I would have to do it again. Because with $10 million, I'm just going to be spending frivolously because I know I can hit a button and get $1 million more. So they said the world is overpopulated. Population is crazy anyway. So I just hope that like when I did it, it wouldn't be like a bus driver or something. So then the whole bus would die too. I would hate for that to happen. Yeah, I would say no more than 20 times. I think 20 is a small number, right? It's not a big number. 20, that's 2 handfuls, right?
Bro. Yeah, that's serial killer numbers right there.
Well, I do need that new Bugatti. So they're going to have to kill some bodies. It just goes that way. I got that new Bugatti.
I had to catch a couple bodies.
You know what I mean? And to be honest, I'm not gonna front. If you do it once, once you open that door, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you can't go back.
Yeah, it's a wrap. If you don't get rid of that button, like they would have to get rid of the button.
So I'm like, what you say?
But see, but it wouldn't be them. It wouldn't be anybody you wanted it to be. It'd be everybody you didn't want it to be. But I mean, that's just less people to share it with.
Wow. Okay. Listen.
So look, dude, we cool.
Daryl's
Yeah,
opinion is his own and his own. He does not speak for the podcast.
I speak for everybody because you guys are lying. If you had the button, like I said, once you push the button, it's up. If you push it one time, it's a wrap. There's no way you're going to just get $1 million and be like, I'm just going to keep this 1 million. We know how this goes. I think they did movies about stuff like this. You just keep pushing. You'd be like, I would just do it all. I would just do like 10 minutes, just keep pushing as many as I could, and then
this is crazy.
Whatever I make out of that is what I have, you know. Just have everybody on the phone that you want around, and as long as you're hitting it and nobody's phone drop, you're good.
Yeah. Don't call me. Don't. Just I'm cool, man. I ain't messing with Daryl like that, yo.
Hey, y'all can lie if you want. I'm saying if I push the button, it's up. If I'm willing to roll that die one time, showtime. Crap. I'd ask, could I have 2 buttons?
Oh, he out here like Yosemite Sam.
Hey, we in here now. We in here, you know. But like I said, yeah, I would probably get to like I told you, no more than 30 pushes, and then I would just like destroy the button. Kind of. By destroy it, I mean I would hide it in my drawer.
Take the batteries out.
Because you never know if you may need it again or not.
Right.
So
new Bugatti every year, right?
I got the money for it.
Cold-blooded, man. Yo.
Okay, Leah, give us something because let's get out of here. It's crazy. Can't believe you guys would do that.
Today I read something that said either increase your discipline or lower your desires. That's a stinger. Yeah, that stings a little bit, but I like it. Today,
Yeah.
That's tough. Lower your desires is crazy.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Nah. But then that means you got to increase your discipline. Like, it's really easy. It's definitely a great question to pose to yourself. Like, do I really want this? If I really want this outcome, I have to really lock in.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll go with the discipline.
But you have to if you really want. That's what it's saying. It's kind of challenging yourself. Do I really want this thing? Like, if I want this $50 million, I got to push this button 50 times. Can I do it? Yes.
Discipline.
Just put your head down and push through it. My wife be like.
Take a moment to say that I don't think I'm getting enough appreciation for how crazy I'm not acting.
Exactly.
How crazy I'm not acting. Because like I'm fully fucked and I'm keeping below the surface. You're welcome. I'm doing a really good job. I'm gonna take a moment.
Yes. And I wholeheartedly agree. People should should thank me. Because I'm not letting as much crazy out as I could.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
you. Yeah, don't want none of that. Why is it that the most attractive women be so crazy? They be so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. I don't know. I have yet to understand it. I don't know. Is there beauty not working for them? Is it working against them? Like, geez. D.
Yo.
So I asked the question, why is it that the most attractive women, they be so crazy, like bananas, cool, certifiable, put papers on them.
So I would only say I don't necessarily agree to that because I think they're all crazy.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Oh, so Leanne, so that goes to Leanne's the post she just played. You thank them for not being as crazy as they possibly could.
Right.
It could be a whole lot worse.
They're all lunatics. And some can just mask it a little better. But I don't know. I think I can't. And like I said, I think as the time goes by, I think they get even more crazy. Like Leanne used to be a nice person, and now she's just, she changed. I was watching last week's show or the week before when she started barking on you, Vaughn, and I felt ashamed. I was kind of taken back. I was hurt.
I'm sorry, I don't remember what show this was. I don't know that it exists.
The one where Vaughn was, showed his emotional intelligence and said, "You know what, Leanne, I apologize for my actions." You're like, "Yeah, cool. You should apologize for your actions." Do you remember that?
I don't quite remember it being the way that you're stating it.
Oh, that's exactly what it was.
I don't remember it being that way.
100%, that's where it was. So, but it's okay. No, I think that I don't know where it is. I think that the society right now is trying to make us crazy. With everything going on. And like I said, people are just so untrusting. Can you really trust people today? Can you trust people today? Like even dating, Leanne, how nerve-wracking is it to go on that first date? Do you let them pick you up? Do you drive and meet them there? Like it's a lot of things that go on. I remember back in the day, you could go pick people up. It was not even, you didn't really think about it. You just go pick them up, and they would get in your car, strangers. Now you can't. Both sides, you can't just have anybody getting in your car
unless you Uber.
Unless you're Uber, right?
You know what?
Some days, you know.
Yeah, 'cause they be taking people too.
it's just a crazy time, and everything is so, you know. And even if nothing happens, I think we're afraid.
Mm-hmm.
We're afraid. We know so much can happen. Like I said before, we used to play outside and we would walk for miles and ride a bike for miles. Now the kid can't go past you let him outside in the front, you gotta sit out there with him. You're afraid something's gonna happen. And we didn't have that before. We didn't have phones. We just be outside all day. And today you can't, you know, it's just a different time. I think everybody is so afraid of everything. It does become tough. But the one post that I liked, it said bra size C or bigger, have a great day, Queens. Anyone smaller, morning, bro. So I think
Yo, petty.
I saw a lot of people, a lot of women were smiling. So I said to all the women who are laughing at this, good morning, bro. I know they were the C, you know, they were the below C club, the A-B club.
I take them all.
Now, we didn't say we wouldn't take them. We just said that we beat them.
They get church hug. They get the church hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gonna ruin my damn ribs hugging you.
It's not a terrible thing, but it just, you know.
Yo.
So double standards that exist between men and women. You know, Ruth said middle-aged men are distinguished, middle-aged women are stale crackers.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a double standard or the truth.
I'm not coming. Y'all not gonna beat me up. Mm-mm.
And you know, the question is, what is middle age too? What do we consider middle age?
When your knees and your back hurt at the same time. When you get up and you sound like a transformer. You middle age. You break down like Megatron.
Hilarious.
Yo.
Something you said silently while having sex. Leanne, go.
Is it over?
Is it over? That's crazy. Wow. That's crazy. And it's interesting. So why was that? Because it was bad, or what?
It was bad. Okay. It was really bad.
So why couldn't you say, you know, hey, stop, I'm done, get off me? Well, yeah. Why wouldn't you kind of?
Because I still like the person.
Okay.
I just didn't like your sex.
You didn't want to hurt their ego, bruise their ego.
Yeah.
Okay. So someone said, damn, I got to pee. Which is, another girl said, just finished already. Damn, my leg hurts from holding it up this long. See, they need to get that's ridiculous. Hold your leg up.
Oh, yeah. Grow up.
One guy said, I'm doing too good. Let me chill before she start acting different.
Yeah.
Somebody, this ish stinks. Hilarious. Now, have you ever said this, Vaughn? I'm gonna get this bitch pregnant.
No, I would never say anything like that ever.
I think that's one-on-one shit talking when you're having sex.
You gonna have my baby?
There it is.
The Jody talk.
I wish you would be another woman. I wish you would hurry up and be done. Wow. This woman, get the F off me. Wow. Who you guys messing with?
Right.
Y'all are savages. I tend to say ish. I think I left my car running. It's wild. Why does this man keep turning, flipping me over like a rotisserie chicken? So that one, I was like, wow, that's how it's supposed to go, right?
Right. He trying to get to it.
Yeah. She's like, nah. I was when I was a teen, I used to be into that, doing all the handstands and ish. Now when she was a teen, yeah, she I didn't even hear it. You said it. I'm into deep connections. All that performance and tossing is exhausting. I get bored real quick, get dressed and leave. I think that's interesting because you can't have deep connection and also have a great performance. I don't know. I think they go hand in hand.
I know what that is.
Go ahead, tell me more.
She can only get to where she going a certain way.
Gotcha. I guess another girl asked her, "Is it even sex without all that flipping and turning and acrobatics?"
Right.
She said, "Absolutely. I am not into acrobatic during sex." Okay. And again, everybody has their own thing. One girl said, "Maybe 4 babies won't be so bad. It's wild." And one dude said, "F it." I know that one.
Yep.
Like, F it. Here it comes.
He-Man.
Hilarious. And my last quote before Leanne plays something is, this is real. Sometimes you got to leave the person you love to find the person who loves you.
Damn.
Let me say it again for the people in the back. Sometimes you got to leave the person you love to find the person who loves you. That is the realest thing I've heard. Go ahead, what was you about to say?
Oh, the anthem. I just left my baby girl a message.
Said I won't be coming back.
Right.
That's real. That's real. Because everybody you love don't love you.
Most of the people you love, they not.
Well, I've been there, and I was talking about this weekend. Like, it was, a couple girls that were perfect. I just wasn't there, and they were giving, and I couldn't receive it because I just wasn't at that point. And I'm like, dang, that was crazy. Hindsight is 20/20. And so partly Leanne fuck. Leanne was like, leave them alone. They ain't no good. And I would listen to her. And
talk to you into singlehood.
I can't believe she led me astray like that.
Oh.
Men shouldn't have to handle women. Okay, what are they
All
talking?
these men, they don't have the women that'll say with BBL
They
ass.
got the women that's
You're
gonna
yelling.
float they boat.
No, it ain't
But
no
I'm telling you,
boat. It's less stressful.
Right.
no, what you mean?
It's less. I just told you why it's
It
less
ain't
stressful.
that stressful. If you can handle a baddie, then
It
you
ain't
got a
about
baddie.
that.
As long as you
Why
take
do you
your
think
girl
that a
home,
man wants to handle a baddie?
okay?
Why do you think that a man wants to handle anything? Hold up. I've been out here all day. I've been working on this. I've been working on that. I've been dealing with this stress. I've been dealing with all this other shit. And you telling me when I come
And
home,
that's why you want to come home to some fun.
now no. When I come home, I gotta handle you. I don't want to handle you when I come home. I want to have a soft, feminine woman at home that I don't have to handle. No, you always have to handle a bad bitch. Like you said, you can't handle
If
me.
you can't handle one, don't get one.
Don't no man want to have to handle no woman. You sure already know how to handle yourself to where I don't have to.
Something I noticed in the comments from women.
Yeah, I'm not handling anybody. So
Nope. Be a grown up.
listen. She absolutely right. I can't handle a baddie. I can't.
If a woman says she's a baddie, I automatically stop talking. Immediately.
Right.
I'm a baddie. Okay.
She's terribly. Terribly. Yeah, I'm cool. Leanne.
Yes.
Do you have baddie energy?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't. Actually, when I hear a baddie, I think of Ratchet fighting
Tacky.
Zeus. Yeah, bad dressed.
A 30-year-old, 13-year-old. That's what I think of.
I don't shoot. I'm talking about sometimes they be 23, 13-year-olds, and then they just never grow up. They're stunted right there. You see it start there, and they just kind of stay there. Because my thing is, where do you like? Well, I don't know if they were too loud. I couldn't even the yelling. I don't know why they were yelling at each other and they were sitting next to each other. That was crazy. That was too loud. And if that's a baddie, I'm cool on all that. No, I'm cool. I don't necessarily
need that.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. So I don't know. Yeah, baddie's not for me. How about for you, Leanne? It's kind of that's the reverse where do women feel like they got to handle men? And yeah, handle, like she said, handle a baddie. Do you feel like you have to handle a man? Maybe some of his tendencies, some of the things.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah, sometimes depends on the type of man.
And that's real. That is real too. I think we all come with some things, and we got to see what we're willing to accept and what we're not. It's very interesting. She blew my ears out. Let's just give me about 2 more and we get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What the? Wait. Run that back. Too fast.
I couldn't get it out. He was broke his face. He broke his head. Oh, he knocked all his teeth out.
Sorry.
Oh, he knocked all his teeth out.
All of them.
See, this is why I don't do nonsense, because I'm cool. I'm cool. Oh. And you're doing that for nothing.
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, my kids are older than you.
Okay, so how do you feel about older men that date women in their early 20s?
I think it's horrible. I do. I really think it's disrespectful to themselves and to, especially if they have daughters themselves. And you date a young girl, 20-something years old, because nothing that is anything wrong with you. It's just that you don't have the experience to date a grown man.
Oh, no, I think it's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I think a girl in her 20s doesn't have the experience to run a home. A girl in her 20s can't help bring nothing to the table.
I have to disagree.
Well, I'm older than you, so I'm gonna hold this down. There's nothing you can tell me to change that.
But also at the same time, you could meet a woman that is in her 20s and she's been through more in her lifetime than a woman in her 40s.
So I'm glad you're bringing up this story, and I'm going to explain to you the difference. There's no substitute for experience. Even if you're 22, you still don't have the wisdom of a 40, 50-year-old person.
And you don't know their life. You don't know their life. You don't know their life.
No. Experiences and wisdom is two different things. So let me ask you a question.
You get wisdom from experience.
But watch what I'm about to ask you, though, young lady. So you're 20-something years old. Do you believe that you'll be smarter when you're 40? That's my point. So let's take it another clear. You have a business and you're hiring people. And the person who's filled out the application, that person has been on the job 2 years. But you got a person who's been on the job 15 years. Who are you going to hire?
I mean,
Who are you going? It's just who are you going to hire? The person with 2 years of experience, or the person with 15? It's not about what. Follow what I'm saying. Listen to no. I can't let you go down another lane. We're gonna stay in this lane. See, I'm one of those people. I have a degree in speech communications, so I don't allow people to go down another lane. Who would you hire based on experience?
yeah, experience and age is 2 different.
Listen to what my question is again. Who would you hire based on experience?
The person with more experience.
That's my point. It's a no-brainer. And there's no drifting down the lane. And what about if this?
Solve that one.
I mean, yes, he made some valid points, right? But with him, what he's saying, you might as well date an 80-year-old if you want the maximum experience.
Well, TK 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about him making that statement is he tells a story of dating a younger girl and then bagging her mom. Like, TK a wild boy. He's a wild boy. But
no, I think he's a man who never really grew up, can't form a relationship, can't keep a relationship. He talks a good game from what I hear of him and see of him and been around him. Talks a good game, but obviously none of the stuff he's saying is working because he's still by himself. He still wakes up by himself. He still travels all around the world. He talks about, I think he likes being in somewhere in Europe. And he likes waking up and doing his things and things of that nature. And he's just so set in his ways, he's going to be by himself. So a lot of things he's saying are in theory because he's never actually done them himself. But I agree with him wholeheartedly. What he's saying is absolutely right. Experience is something you know, the more you do things, the more you learn, the older you are, usually the more knowledge you have. There's no substitute for that. You know what I mean? Somebody can tell you something all day, but experience is going to be, you know, really one of the biggest factors in your growth and in your mental development. So yeah, he's right in that sense. But like I said, I do think that, and he didn't say they couldn't. She did say like a 20-year-old couldn't run a house, and they can because some people do get married earlier and they figure it out. You know what I mean? They figure it out. But like on the other side with that experience, like we talked about earlier, comes with that PTSD we talked about. That experience could be have negative effects on that person as well. You know, if you had a couple of bad relationships.
Do you think that somebody in their 20s can run a house for someone in their 20s?
Yes.
Not necessarily for someone in their 40s.
You can run a house at any age. People do it. Just think about, you know, even our parents earlier in life, people were getting married earlier. So they were running houses earlier.
Right. According to their age.
No, I don't. What do you mean running a house? Like, what's the difference, right? What is, unless I'm missing something, what is running a house? What do they mean running a house?
Doing everything as far as the upkeep of the house, the upkeep of the man, and doing, you know, what needs to be done. But that's also with the expectation of the expectations your husband have.
Right. So yes, I think absolutely. I think again, running a house, cooking, cleaning, you know, attending to your mate, man or woman. I think that that a monkey can run a house. Now, the issues you have are what are the expectations of the other person in the home, like you kind of just said. You know, what do they feel or think you should be doing? And that's the things you'll learn over time. You'll learn what this person likes and don't like. Hopefully you will. If you don't, that'll be a quicker demise in that relationship, right? Because you're not doing what I need. Eventually, people leave or they cheat or they find other ways to get that need met. But I do think a 20-year-old, people do it all the time when they get in relationships early. You know what I mean? As an early age, you're going to learn how to cook clean because you're going to do it for yourself. It's not like you're not doing these things for yourself, right? If you're living on your own, you're managing your house, correct? Or your apartment. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's much different. I think the relationship, what we'll learn is how you relate to one another, what you learn about yourself and things of that nature will grow over time. Ruth and Doc talk about that a lot, how they've changed over the years. They got, met people early, and the person they were when they met the person, they're totally different than the person they are now. So that would be one different. You don't have to go through the stages of that person becoming who they are. If you marry older, like if I meet somebody who's 40, who she is now, and it's probably, she's probably almost who she is at that point, right? Or who he is. But at younger, you meet that. That's one thing about, I think too, if you're dating somebody who's 20 and you're 40, they're going to change. And they may not even like you in so many years, right? 8 years, they may be like, oh, I don't like this person. Especially if you're slowing down and you're not doing. I just seen somebody like this where they were upset because the woman felt like she gave her best years to her older husband. Now she's 45 and she's like, I never went to the club. I never did this. I never did this. I never did this. Never did these things. And she's feeling some type of way now. So that's another thing we didn't really talk about, but resentment. You may feel like you were robbed of something if you start dating at that early age. You know what I mean? Especially if that person did it, huh?
Of what? You got robbed of
life. The same experiences you were allowed to have independently of somebody while you were growing up. They were in a relationship with kids, so they didn't get that. They didn't get that life, whatever it was. Even hanging out with your friends, because you probably have less friends if you're in a relationship and you have kids and things of that nature. So you don't have that freedom to roam.
Didn't get it. So she didn't have an opportunity to get her numbers up.
Well, to discover herself. Just think about how much did you discover on your own. College was great. I really found a lot about myself and met a lot of people, and a lot of things were different. I can only imagine if I was in a relationship and working and didn't have that experience, how different my life would be, because interactions help shape who you are as well. So, listen, if missing college would have been crazy to me, like knowing what I know and the fun I had and the things I was able to do, and just like that, just meeting people, hanging out, running around without kind of a care in the world, because you're in a place that's almost a vacuum, but you're free to do whatever, right? So I wasn't really worried about money because we had our, the car to order food and stuff, and you were like on your own, but you weren't really on your own. Like you still can go home, but you still I live on campus, so you're still away from home. So it was like being free, but not free. You feel me? I was so tethered. It was a great experience. I tell everybody you should go to college. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Now, if I didn't have that, I would definitely hearing stories. I feel like I missed out of hanging out, dancing, partying, maybe whatever. Even if it was some people drinking, people that experimenting, they did. It doesn't necessarily have to be getting your numbers up. It's just living life. You know what I mean? Yeah. That they could have missed. That now you're stuck in a house with kids and you can't go out. And I even know people who, when they had kids and they couldn't find a babysitter and they couldn't go out that night. That was tough on them. That was tough. Like, hey, you missed out. Like, yo, it was the night of our life. But you had kids to change your life. Now think about being married and you live a little differently where your person don't want you outside like that. So I can see that being somewhat of an issue. And then the issue too of maybe not knowing what you missed. Now I'm 45. They're getting a divorce. That's why she's kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life. You're 45 and you don't know what life is because you've been married the whole time. It's interesting. And yeah, maybe to get your numbers up. maybe they wanted to feel something different.
I get it.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, just like I love the freedom I had. I would have being married at 22 would have been crazy. 25 would have been crazy for me. You know, I can't. People do it. I can't see it. Were you ever almost married, Vaughn? Was that ever a thought for you?
I mean, when I had my kids, I thought maybe this, and then
right.
We broke up. We broke up, bringing my son home from the hospital. So that was the end of that.
I listen. I know all about that. Coming home and arguing. I don't know why are we arguing? The baby is just home. What is there to argue about?
Yeah, what are we doing?
They find a way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Let's wrap this joint up. We'll be back next week full force. Leanne was supposed to be off the hook tonight, but she got sick, and you know what I mean? Yesterday she was like, yeah, I'm off the leash. I'm be biting niggas. And I'm like, word. She's like, just get out the way and let me cook. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you cook. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna get out the way and cook. You know, we come here and she on low simmer, but it's okay. We hear it in her voice. She's not feeling well. I was like, yo, we ain't even gonna do a show. She's like, no, we're gonna do one. I'm like, okay, big dog, let you cook. So next week we're gonna be back at it. We're gonna be really going crazy, looking for some guest hosts, some questions. You know, you guys just ask the questions and we'll answer them only about Leanne. Anything you want to know.
Yeah, that's the way it usually goes. You know that it goes.
The one dimple assassin. Anything you want to know, we're gonna tell you. Anybody got any shows or anything coming up, or you guys setting up for the new year?
I have
Okay.
Actually,
Vaughn?
I have January 31st at the South Camden Theater, 400 Jasper Street. So I have that 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. January 31st. And we have seven different acts from jazz, reggae, hip hop, R&B, soul, pop, so rock and roll.
All right, cool. That sounds dope. Hey, if you need like a comedian to open up, I'm ready. I got some material I've been working on. I got good 3 minutes of material. You know, if you need me to get up there and host it, I got you. Like, yo, coming to the stage. Boombastic, we about to get it. Star back on, and you know, I got you. So you know, if you need it, you know, I got you. But anyway, hey, thanks everybody riding with us tonight. Please go to our socials. Nothing But Answer. TikTok, Nothing But Answer. YouTube, Nothing But Answer. Facebook group. Please go to all of these places. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Help us get in the algorithm. We're trying to get this thing taken it to a new level in 2026. We're really going to shop it and try to make it happen. All right. We need to get this information out for you guys not to use. That's what I'm saying. So as you hear me well. We'll be back next week. Leanne, do your thing and hit the